Okay, now we are actually live. It took this long to get here, but we're actually live. We're actually running. I'll let people filter back in for a little bit before we jump back in. And we'll start again so everyone can kind of see the whole thing. I have no idea what happened. Like, whatever encoder it was trying to use was like the wrong one, but it looked the same as the other one. I fixed it by putting it back. I don't know if that's actually a valid way to talk about it, but you know. So yeah, sound off if you're in the chat and you're viewing, because my little viewer count is not always accurate. So if I know people are here, I can start the game again. Don't want to start until people actually show up. So I feel bad about this. This is not supposed to happen this way. Alas. Okay. Welcome back. Fourth time? Third time? I'm losing track now. But we're actually ready to go. Like, it still says 0 viewers. It's kind of weird. I wish that the viewer count would update more frequently. I'm not sure why it does that. But yeah, again, like I said, have no idea why that happened. Yeah. Can't say. Also, how is the audio right now? Am I too loud? Am I not loud enough? Is the game too loud, etc.? The levels I'm seeing on my side look like the game is kind of loud, but it's hard to tell. I mean, unless I did this, I guess. I could turn on my own sound on this machine, and then I could know. Oh, it sounds fine to me. Except now it's echoing because it it hit my mic. Oops. Oops. All right, let's get back into it. Oh, scheisse. All right. You're supposed to be muted. Muted. Mute. All right. Okay. Oof. Here we go. Let us continue. By continue, I mean start again for the fourth time? Again, can't remember. Not totally clear. But again, it should be working fine now. All right. I got my little gamepad here, ready to gam. Day 1. Yeah, we're back, and we're actually back this time.
Water's cold.
It's a fjord. You're not going swimming.
Boo. You're such a wet blanket, teddy bear.
You know I don't like it when you call me...
Edward Charles Hardin, Esquire.
Will you promise to behave on land?
Don't I always?
Lissy, promise.
Well, piffle and phonus balonus, Teddy. You ought to know better than to ask.
What are those words?
Yes, I'll behave. I'll be a proper young lady. I shan't run or climb things or laugh too loud or call anyone old you. Aside from you. So, do you think we'll find your Betty in...
It's gorgeous.
What did you call this village? Gravewick? Brunswick? Greywoke? It's an odd way.
Draugen. Yes, I do.
Okay, so that's...
What's so special about Greywoke?
She never said. But knowing my sister, something drew her here.
That's ominous.
But how can you know?
I just do. In her letter, she wrote about...
But that's months ago. She could have gone anywhere.
Without writing or telegraphing her editor in New York, she wouldn't do that. Betty's...
Ooh, the cat's pajamas, the bee's knees, Little Miss Perfect.
Alice, you're talking about my sister.
Fine. I'm sorry. Elizabeth Sidarb. We all love her dearly. And Teddy Bear? Edward? We will find her. Betty's fine. Why, we'll see her as soon as we get to shore. She'll shower you with kisses and berate you for coming all this way from Hanover, Massachusetts to the...
Hey, Massachusetts, what's up?
Scandinavia way, just to chase her
Norway.
down. Everything will be Jake, old friend.
Hey. Of course, if it's Massachusetts
Is that
and
beautiful?
based on
It looks so
throwing
peaceful
in Norway in there and
and so desolate, like a place built for ghosts.
is this going to involve Lovecraftian
Finally.
horror?
I don't think I could do this for much longer.
Can't you row any faster? I'm getting frightfully bored.
How about you take over, Alice?
You slay me, Teddy, old bean. Was that thunder?
Still distant. The boat will be in safe harbor by the time the weather arrives.
Yeah,
So
but how
you
long is
say.
that going to be? Is this going to be like a real-time boat ride that we have to sit
We're
in?
sitting ducks out here. Quack, quack.
Oh, good. Fade black. All right. Say, how long is it going to take for this boat to get into the harbor so we can actually start playing the game? Just going to have an exposition that takes 2 hours.
It's so quiet. Where is everyone?
Probably working. I know it's a foreign concept to you, but that's something normal people do.
Hardy har har.
The Fretland farm is up the hill somewhere.
Up where?
Up the hill somewhere.
I believe it's that farmhouse, all the way at the top.
Hot dog! Let's ankle!
Hold on. Let me read the letter from Mrs. Fretland first.
I'll meet you up there, old sport. I want to explore. Last one's a skunk's tail.
Be careful. The ground's muddy. You could slip and fall.
See you in 2 shakes.
This, like, just, all right, 1920s dialogue. Just, I know.
Dear Mr. Hart,
What do we got?
we would like to extend an invitation to visit our home. Troubled to hear of your sister's disappearance. No news to share. You'll find our farm on top of the hill. I hope I got that right. Look forward to seeing you here in October. Yours faithfully.
Oh, and it's October, too. They're from Massachusetts. They're at a deserted
I'm here. Where are you?
town in Norway.
Did you make it to Grovik, Betty? And why
Oh,
did
look,
you
it's
pick
Miss
this
Fisher.
forlorn
Anyone who
home
watches
in the
Marvelous
middle
Miss
of
Fisher gets that joke. Anyone who doesn't should watch Marvelous Mrs. Fisher.
Also sprach Zarathustra.
Bum,
On my
bum,
way.
bum,
Step to it, teddy bear.
bum, bum, bum,
Lizzie.
bum, 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 bum. That's also Sprach, by the way. There's a rest button? Okay. Alright, old man.
Are you coming?
Just taking a break.
Hurry up! Storm's getting closer.
I didn't know he would have to take breaks. This game is gorgeous. I know I said it earlier, but this game is gorgeous. Look how pretty this all is. Oh my god, look at how pretty that is. Oh, these are, okay, these rest areas are literally just, look how pretty our game is. I mean, look at that. It's fucking picturesque. It's gorgeous. Stunning. Some really good graphics. I don't think this is ray tracing or anything either. This is just like classic. This is gorgeous. Out in Tornkiss. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. That name sounds familiar. Why does that name sound familiar? Come on, where's the Cognito window? What? There we go. Weird. Out in Tornkist. No? Okay, can't see anything about them. Which is very odd because they're very clearly labeled. Director is Ragnar Tornkist. Aha! Funcom. He's the guy. Oh, man. Oh, okay, so we're in for it. I didn't realize it was made by him. Oh, this is a thing. Oh, I wish Digishell were here. Okay, so for anyone who knows these games that I'm about to list off, you'll know exactly what we're in for. Tornkist is credited with popularizing the term modern adventure, a genre of contemporary adventure game design that began with games such as The Longest Journey, Broken Sword, and Siberia. He was game director of The Secret World, and then he also wrote Dreamfall Chapters, which was the third entry in the TLJ. And yeah, so here we are. Draugen. I didn't even know this was his game. I didn't know this was his company. That's gonna be something. Let me tell you, we are in for horror. I did not realize he was in for this, and I may actually get scared because of this game now. Like, this is a scary game. This will be a scary game. He is very much into Lovecraftian horror and the horror of Norwegian folklore. He's just very much into the horror of folklore in the first place. Like, and it's gonna probably end up being real weird too. The fact that it takes place in the 20s, it's a man from Massachusetts, and he shows up in Norway is absolutely gonna be Lovecraftian because Tornkist is attached to it. Also, I love his stuff, so I'm gonna be here for it anyway. Again, I had no idea this was his. If I did know, I would have played this way earlier, probably. How old is this guy? Because he's having problems getting up this path here.
Seriously?
You're not the one carrying a suitcase.
That's not an excuse. Sorry. There it is. Ragnar Tornkist. Okay, why is my computer having like an issue?
I'm not 17.
Nor are you 70. Put some spring into your step, old
My
sport.
thoughts exactly.
Did you see the flag? It's at half-mast. Someone died.
So this is it, huh? Nice digs. But seriously, where is everyone?
Perhaps everyone's indoors. The rain's picking up.
You first, old bean.
Oh, you keep saying that, buddy.
Hello? Anyone there? Mr. Fretland? Mrs. Fretland? This is
But
Edward Charles
call it
Harden,
now,
the
everyone's
American.
dead.
We've exchanged letters.
Maybe they went on holiday and left the door open. Give it a shake and a rattle.
You can't just barge into their home.
Ooh,
It's not
excuse
a
me.
crime if you're invited.
I mean,
I'm
not
coming in.
totally wrong.
This is Mr. Harden.
Knock,
Hello?
knock.
Is anyone home?
This house is as empty as a bird's nest in December. Hey, you want to check out the upstairs?
Did she just bump into me?
I'm a guest. Why would I start poking around every corner of the house?
I don't know. Maybe they're playing hide and go seek. Well, I didn't want to go upstairs anyway. It's creepy.
It
Must
is
be a
creepy.
sitting room on this floor.
Let me turn on the light first. This is very dark.
Oh, this is nice. Charmingly rustic. The Boston Beaumont would pay a pretty penny for this setup. I
Boston
thought foreigners
contemporaries
lived
would pay a
differently.
pretty setup.
This is almost like an American home.
People are people wherever you go.
Thanks, Bruce.
Come on. Come on. Look. Look.
Look! Family pictures.
Why did I have to get
James
that close?
made a, what did you call him?
Why can't I?
What's on the tip?
The Fretlands.
Right. Anna and John?
Johann.
This is honestly not what I'd pictured. They're very presentable. Not at all like turnip farmers.
They're not turnip farmers.
Wow.
Mr. Johann Fretland, master of the house.
What makes you think he's the master of anything? It's 1923, Teddy, old boy. Women can vote. Johann went and found himself a delectable bride.
Alice,
Wow.
please.
What can I say? She's a minx.
Anna Fretland is a
Alright, so she's a lesbian.
Her letter was courteous and professional.
Didn't you say she was a city girl? It must have been awfully hard to adjust to life in the sticks. I can relate.
Hanover isn't the sticks.
Says you. I'm guessing their daughter is the master of this house. She's cute as a button. I can't wait to meet her. She's guaranteed to be more fun than you.
Woof!
Old Johann's a bit wooden, isn't he? Like someone put a
They're
stick up his,
posing for a
up his
photograph.
rear end. I say, loosen up, Johann. I'm sure you two stiffs will get along famously. Wait, is that? Are they? Who's? They're
What are
all
they?
twins.
Oh, that's
All of
weird.
them.
That's Johann and Anna Fretland.
There are two of each, Edward. Two of each.
Frederick and Margaret. Twins marrying twins.
My mind's reeling. This is just too adorable.
In context, that's terrifying.
We'll be celebrating their silver anniversary next year.
We talk about the dead plant. I want to talk about the dead plant.
There's the Stave Church.
Do you think that's where they've all gone? Maybe there's a very popular funeral.
The flag was at half-mast, but no sign of life.
Swapping would be easy. Haven't quite gotten used to these
Where do you
controls
think
yet.
they've gone?
Not the
Fretlands.
most intuitive.
Fretlands, the Hansons, the Jensens, all of them.
I'm sure they'll be. You can see the whole village from up here.
Do you want to go sightseeing?
Tomorrow. It's getting late, and the rain's not abating. It's really coming down.
How about a quick run in the rain?
You can't be serious.
You're already a wet blanket, Teddy Bear. It's not like you'll get any wetter.
I swear, if she dies, Ragnar Tornquist, you are gonna catch these hands. Uh-oh.
What are you looking at there?
A book.
Strange place for a book. Unless it was a terrible book that deserved a good burning. What's the title?
The cover's charred. Christmas 1922. To Ruth. From Simon. Why would someone burn this?
Like I said, maybe it was a terrible book. Is Simon one of the Freddylanders?
I don't think so. They only have the one daughter.
We're not gonna look through any other part of it? Okay.
Did you hear something?
No.
Must be the wind under the door. Or the churning sea. Or the interminable rain. Or flesh-eating ghouls waiting to pounce.
Don't say that.
Honestly.
You're the one who reads Poe to me. Don't blame me for having an active imagination.
The books are all in English.
Isn't that a bit odd?
Mrs. Fretland is Scottish, though she grew up in Olesund.
Have you been secretly communicating with Johann's winsome wife, Edward dearest?
Certainly not. She was the one who wrote me, because Mr. Fretland's
I
English
was
isn't as...
only joking. Lighten up, old sport. Don't be such a pill.
Let me just quickly see if I can change the gamma a little bit. It's just kind of hard to see. Or not. Maybe I can't. Oh no, it's right there. Whoa, that might be a bit much. Yeah, I think that's a bit much. Like, lighter, but not that light. Yeah, there we go. So I can actually see the difference between the bookcase and the wall. That was my point.
Dear Mrs. Fretland, I trust this letter finds you and your husband in good health. I wrote to inform them about when I'd be arriving. So where are they?
Do they even have calendars? Maybe they don't know what day it is.
Despite appearances, we haven't gone back in time. They have calendars. Home feels very far away.
Are we feeling melancholy again?
I've never been this far from Hanover.
It's about time we got you out of that dreary old house, Teddy Bear.
I asked about Elizabeth.
And they hadn't seen her?
Anna... Mrs. Fretland promised she'd write if she heard anything. There wouldn't be many female reporters from New York and Western Norway.
Why would she come here in the first place?
Betty always has her reasons. Oh, the thought of boarding that infernal ocean liner again.
I quite enjoyed it. So much room for exploration and mischief.
So many opportunities for seasickness and claustrophobia.
Okay, so he's absolutely supposed to be a stand-in for Lovecraft. How racist is
You'll
he?
be craving enclosed spaces after a week in this wide-open wilderness.
Stick in the mud, doesn't like to leave home, thinks traveling is terrible. How scared of Italians is he? That's the next step. Look at this photograph.
Proud as peacocks. What does it say there? Groovy?
Gruben, the mine.
Maybe that's where everyone is. Digging for
Look at this graph.
Stygian abyss.
From what I learned of this place during the brief stay in Ålesund, the iron mine shut down 20 years ago. Frederick and Johann Fretland, founders of the Fretland Brothers Mining Company.
They're the spitting image of each other.
Twin brothers and business partners.
And they married twin sisters. Adorable.
Keep saying adorable.
He looks related to the other
I
people.
keep thinking not adorable.
The mine was only
Possibly
in operation
terrifying.
until 1902. They must have lost a fortune. An iron mine wouldn't pay itself off in 5 years.
Can we go spelunking? Perhaps we'll find trolls in the abyss, and we can steal their ill-gotten gold.
There was a cave-in. It'll be unsafe.
Boo.
$10 we're going in there. $10, whatever they found in there, is terrifying. All right, let's start with May 1902.
Johann Fretland exits Fretland Brothers Mining Company.
So the brothers parted ways?
Johann sold his share to focus on farming.
That must have put a damper on their relationship.
Tragic accident befalls the Fretland Brothers Mining Company.
What happened?
Suspicious
The mine
timing.
collapsed, killing 3 workers, including Arne Fretland, Frederick and Johann's younger brother.
Ah,
How old was he?
19.
He might be the boy in the photograph.
Operations were suspended after the accident. Foreign investors out of Frederick Fretland's mining company. Dire financial consequences for Fretland, who must have had a difficult time after his brother Johann Fretland pulled out earlier this year.
Johann was smart to exit when he did.
The timing is curious, like he knew something was about to go awry.
That's what I said. That's what I said. This is getting interesting. Whoa. That's kind of creepy.
Oof, that's a grim sight, old bean.
Hey, what's up? He's got a scar on his lip. Interesting.
I'm exhausted. And soaked to the bone.
Let's get you to bed.
We'll wait for the Fretlands. It's only courteous.
Woo!
Betty.
Have you gone screwy again, Teddy? That's not Betty.
Her
That's...
scarf. I'd know it anywhere.
It doesn't look like anything to me. It
She
just
bought it
looks
in
like...
Bloomingdale's the Christmas before last. When she came home that year, she showed it off, dancing around the sitting room until I got dizzy watching her.
I think you're misremembering. She couldn't make it home that year. Again.
No, you're wrong. I'm sure she was there.
Whatever. It's not like you pay any attention to me when Betty's around. I might just as well be a ghost.
Look, it is her scarf. It even smells like her perfume. Shalimar.
But what if that's not...
She's here. I'm finally going to find her.
That's great, Edward, really. I wouldn't want you to get your hopes up. I mean, where's everyone gone to?
What's that noise?
Something's not right, I'm telling you. Teddy? Edward, what's wrong?
Lightheaded, that's all.
You're having another spell. You know what happens when you exert yourself.
Oh, so he's like frail too.
So, that's an order from your commander.
Yes. Fine. I just need to catch my breath.
This is all very
I want you to lie down.
suspicious.
Lie down and close your eyes. It's been a strenuous day. What with the rowing and the dragging of the suitcase up the hill.
Well, what if the Fretland...
I'll keep an eye out. I promise. If they come home, I'll wake you. Now, lie down, close your eyes, breathe deeply.
I'm just...
Something bad is gonna happen.
Elizabeth? Is that you?
Oh boy, here we go.
Betty? Lissy? Lissy, are you here?
Oh boy.
Lissy!
Boy. Oh, I'm getting chills. Oh god. It's gonna start.
Where are you? Hello?
Holy shit. What is that?
Betty? Elizabeth? Wait!
Oh shit. Okay. I'm wondering whether I can actually play this game. Oh my fucking god.
Someone outside. It might be Betty. Are you here, Lissy? Are you in here, Lissy? Who's out there? Hello? Betty? Lissy? I'm not alone.
I don't know what I'm not. Cool. Good. Good. This is gonna go well. This is gonna go fine. This is gonna be great. Oh my god. Ah.
I can hear you.
Can you run? No. No. Yes. Can.
Betty? Who goes there? Wait!
Hearing all these noises. Whatever was in those mines. I don't think it's sleep anymore. Whatever it is.
Alice, where are you? Are you out there, Betty?
This is gonna be spooky.
Someone there?
Oh, that's a goat. Well,
Betty, is that you?
feel less bad about a goat.
Are you
But
there, Betty?
called it. He said it right at the beginning. Watch out, it might be slippery. Don't put those glasses on, that means you're gonna see something that you don't want to see. Or not, never mind. I'm just
Elizabeth, are you there?
waiting for the terror to start here.
Can you hear me?
Lobster trap?
The boat, Edward! Where's our boat?
Oh, she's here. Holy shit.
Where did you go? Why did you leave me?
It stopped raining and you were sleeping, and our boat, it's gone.
The boat... What? How?
Maybe you didn't secure it properly.
I pulled it up. I don't know. I thought I tied it securely, but... Did you see Betty?
Did I see... What are you talking about?
I think... Betty? It was Betty. It was her. It must have been her. I saw her face in the window, and she vanished into the dark towards the sea.
I didn't know that was Betty, buddy.
I haven't seen a single soul. Are you sure it was her and
Yes.
not...
I mean, I saw her face, and it looked like her.
Well, if it was her, why did she run away?
Twins. It looked like her. What are we getting into? What is this doppelganger bullshit?
It's getting dark. Back to the house. And tomorrow...
Tomorrow's another day. We'll figure it out. Right now, let's get you cleaned up. Look at you. You've got mud all over yourself. And then you really need to sleep. You must be exhausted. Come on.
It doesn't help that there's like a pretty bad windstorm in real life outside. Like, I can hear it through my headphones even, and I'm just like... Okay, so we survived one night. Something. This is gonna be, like, stressful. Did he really sleep in the sitting room? Right, well. He slept in the sitting room. Is this just gonna be like his room now?
Teddy, come outside. It's a beautiful day.
She's out there doing cartwheels. Alright. It is a very tidy suitcase, and it makes sense because he does seem to have such a stick up his ass. Why does it have a little X? What is that? The Draugen Waltz. Are there really just 2 chords in this entire thing? Yep. Even for the time period, that's a very odd song. Hey, I got the achievement Piano Man. Sing us a song, you're the piano man. Sing us a song tonight. Why can't I look at this? It's odd that it lets me come up here, but like it won't let me actually do anything with the information. This is the child's drawings. Gold in a chest in a cave. That looks like the brothers had their falling out and were angry at each other. You can see that. There's a doll in the corner. That's not going to be creepy later, I'm sure. I feel like there's probably a lot of symbolism in this room, and I'm not picking it up yet because I don't fully know. For Bandelson. That could be terrifying. No. Oh, is it crucified? Is that what that is? I didn't think it was crucified. No, I don't know what that is. It looks like it's dead or something, though. It's not happy. Unless it's just weird Victorian drawings. It's very possible. Oh, look at that view. It's gorgeous again. I know this game is gorgeous. I'm aware this game is gorgeous. This game is also terrifying. It could be jumping? Yeah, I don't know. It is weird. It is bizarre. Found a locked room. Locked rooms are made to be opened. Oh, there's Jesus in the corner. What's up, Jesus? King and the Queen. Room with a lot of nothing. This must be the guest room. That must be the parents' room, which is why I can't get into it right now. Ah, now it lets me actually go in here. Walls are orange. Interesting choice. Half-burned letter that I can't read. Lots of things that I can't actually look at. Kind of like...
I just about given up on you ever waking up.
I was looking around the house.
So we're okay with that now? Noted. Sleep well?
I dreamed of Betty.
Of course he did.
She was in the garden, and she called for me.
How about you, Lissy dearest? Oh, you know me, old fruit, wide awake at first light.
The Fretlands didn't come home, did they?
They did not. There's no sign of anyone. Aside from last night's Mistwalker.
I've been thinking about that. It was dark. Maybe I just saw a shadow.
Chasing a shadow? That's very unlike you, old boy. Usually you scurry off in the opposite direction.
I didn't get a good look. I'm not even sure there was anyone there.
Well, there must be someone here. And I'm not talking about ghosts. Or goats. What was it you said yesterday? Maybe they're peeking at us through the windows.
I'll take a gander. The Fretlands will be home soon.
You keep saying that.
And Betty's here. I know it. I feel it.
If you say so, Teddy Bear. Have you had your noodle juice yet?
I'm not rummaging through their cupboards.
You'll be a pill without your tea and toast, old bean. We need to get you sorted.
I'm not hungry. First point on the agenda. Find the natives.
A mission! Hot dog! I'll scout ahead. I'll meet you down by those houses.
Let's uncover your secrets, Gorvik.
Okay, this is the letter. Okay. Okay. So let's check out some more of the farm first, I suppose. Nothing around what we saw out here. Okay. All right, nothing there. Nothing there. Oh, hey, a little like a hidey hole. Right, noted. And we can't open this door either. Okay, so back into the town itself we go. Where does this go? Where does this go? Is that up to the church then? And there's a big X on it, which means I can't go there yet. Come on. You're killing me here. You're killing me. Forader? Ugh. Can I look at these houses? They are cool fences, aren't they? Like the slatted lines and all.
It's such a beautiful day. You could bottle and sell this air in Boston. It's frankly medicinal.
Careful you don't fall.
Oh, I thought he meant fall as in like
Everything, old boy.
autumn.
We're far from any doctor. I don't want you to hurt yourself.
That's not very likely, is it?
I thought you were scouting ahead.
What do you think I'm doing? Vantage point, like on a pirate ship. I can probably see our house in Hanover from here.
Did you check those buildings?
Knocking on doors isn't a scout's job, old bean.
There must be someone around.
Only one way to find out, old sport. Did you check all the houses?
Okay, here we go. Knock, knock.
Hello? Anyone here?
Why, hello, Mr. American. Please come in for a cup of tea and biscuits.
You're not helping. Also, they drink coffee here, not tea.
Savages.
Kind of funny coming from the Bostonians. Totally empty. Didn't see that coming.
Anyone home?
Unless they're playing hide and go seek, I'd say that's a no.
Same thing.
There's one more house. Third time's the charm.
This is the one that has the writing on it that says Forader. And the door is now open? Why is the door now open? Oh,
Who's there?
that's why.
Hello? Anyone home?
This is like, this guy's asking for it. He's gonna end up dead. Someone's gonna end up dead. Maybe everyone's already dead.
September 21st, 1923. Wie desperate. Lissy, found something here. Escalated from words to stones. Blood has been spilled. The curse haunts us all. There is no hope left in... Goods for
Traitor, yeah.
Good. God. Right. In this
Godforsaken place.
The death of the... Jiminy. Death of the children was the end of all.
Death of the children?
Whatever remained of our souls departed with them. You should see this, Lissy. The letter just trails off.
Oh boy.
He's never sent.
This is starting to get... Yep. The death of the children. They were branded for traitors.
Did you see this door closing?
It was just the wind, Teddy Bear. You're as skittish as a pussycat. 3 strikes, you're out.
I don't think anyone's been home for a while. Someone painted the word traitor on one of the doors. And there was a letter. It sounded foreboding.
Well, you were wrong. The villagers are not indoors.
I saw some sheds down by the water. There's the general store, the church.
In other words, time for some sightseeing?
That's what we
Well,
could call
it's
this,
a bright and
sure.
beautiful day, and we have nothing better to do.
What on earth are you doing?
Handstands, Teddy. My record is 2 minutes. I'm working on 3. Just go on ahead. I'll catch up.
I don't like the idea of leaving you alone for anything. Can I go up this way? These 4 stones seem important. What's up with these? Hmm. Oh yeah, there's a boat. Is it our boat? Draw? Oh. He's an illustrator. This game is very pretty. It's very, very gorgeous. Do I just let this go, or is this... I think this is just a look how pretty this game is. Okay, yeah. As soon as I move my joystick, bam. We're done. Oh, hey, look! There's a little sketch. Isn't that cute? I don't think that's at all what I was looking at, but that's what he drew, so...
How about we don't go back to Hanover and stay here instead.
And how would I survive?
Hunt, harvest, forage. People have survived here for centuries. Why can't we?
I wouldn't even know where to begin.
I could learn. I'd start with goats. Goats can be eaten and milked. Probably not in that order.
Fretland and Son.
How do you figure?
It's on the sign above the entrance. And on this photograph. Frederick and Simon Fretland. The older gentleman is clearly Mr. Fretland's twin brother.
Twins are confusing. If this was a dime novel, they'd be switching places at some point to confuse the copies. Damn you, twins!
Simon Fretland. Frederick's
The one who
son.
died in the
And
mine.
Johann's nephew. See, I'm getting the hang of this. Simon. Simon. That was the name in the burnt book. So Simon is Ruth's older cousin.
Hmm.
Applesauce.
Why lack any
Applesauce.
I can't imagine they have a problem with punks and hoodlums.
The sign says they're closed, but I thought maybe... They had a memorial service for the accident in the mine. On July 24th, in the village church.
For something that happened 20 years ago?
It still affected their lives. The telegraph is out of order.
Well, there goes my plan. NOSOS.
This was 2 years ago, but the notice is still up.
How can it take 2 years to get something like that fixed?
If they couldn't afford it? Or couldn't get anyone to come fix it?
Well, this place really is off the map. Here be dragons. Or Draugans, I guess.
The ferry route is no longer operating.
Oh, good.
Mrs. Fretland already informed me in her letter.
I know. Still warrants a resounding rats.
I wonder why it stopped running.
Look around. How many people live here? 20? 30? That can't be enough for a ferry route.
Things got quieter after the mine closed down.
They need to move on and find something else to put their village on the map. Tobacco farming, maybe.
It must have been so isolated, with no easy way in or out.
Aren't there boats?
He saw how much work it was to cross the fjord. And if the weather's bad,
It can't be healthy, being so isolated. Cooped up inside, reading the collected works.
yeah, all right, I get
This
it.
village is basically...
I
Zing.
said all right.
Zing. She's not gonna let that go. And I wouldn't either. Peeking in through the windows. Well, there are other things here. Oh, before we go that way, let's go check out whatever this building is. Mining company. Anything over here? No? Nope.
Where are you?
I'm by the store.
There's no damage to the rope.
I don't know what that means.
Nobody cut it. I guess the knot could have unraveled on its own.
Didn't you say you used a sailor's knot?
I'm a scholar, not a fisherman.
So, who took our boat? A ghost?
There must be a logical explanation. It's safe to say no ghost in the night stole our boat.
If you say so. But then who were you chasing after last night? A shadow?
I don't know. It was probably all in my head. Betty would have taken plenty of constitutionals here. She loves the outdoors.
How so? She's a city girl.
I'm sure she gets tired of Manhattan. And when she was little, she loved playing in the garden back in Hanover, especially around the pond.
Are you alright?
I just miss her.
All right. I've got questions about his relationship with his sister, Betty? Is that it? Well, there's a boat. This does not look like it is a seaworthy boat.
Hot dog! This is our ticket out of here!
Not without Betty. Besides, the wood's rotted through. This boat isn't seaworthy. It's curious. The state of the boats. It's like they stopped taking care of them.
Seems short-sighted. How would they fish? Or get anywhere at all?
Come on. Come on. Look at it.
Yes.
Remnants of the mining operation.
What, mine?
Remember, I told you yesterday. There was a mine here, but it closed down 20 years ago.
I know, Edward. I was just checking for a sense of humor. Still nowhere to be found.
But
Till It's a memorial. 3 men died when the mine collapsed in 1902. Georg Hatlestad, Niels Framberg, Arne Fretland.
See, this is what working a regular job. Did you say Fretland?
The younger brother who was mentioned in the article.
oh, right. Simon is the son of the twin.
The newspaper said the accident forced the mine to shut down.
What does any of this have to do with us?
I still don't know why Elizabeth came here.
And you think it has something to do with this mine?
Or with what it did to the village. Maybe. He was just 19.
How long had he been working in the mine? That's too young for a dirty job like digging into rock.
We're in the real world, Lissy. Most teeners don't have the luxury to idle away their days with games and witty repartee.
Ouch.
That is another boat that cannot be used.
I don't understand why they just leave this here. Like an altar to adversity. It's creepy.
Rustic superstition. Perhaps they believed they'd attract bad luck if they moved it.
What did they use this for?
Bringing the ore down from the mine before it was loaded onto boats.
So, diamonds? Gold? Or just boring old silver?
Iron ore.
Or what?
Rock, which contains iron
I know.
deposits. That...
Okay, Edward.
She is trying so hard to, like... She's trying so hard, and he's just not picking up any of what she's putting down.
Where do these tracks lead?
To the mine. Where else would they go?
I don't know. A castle up in the mountains where the frost giants live? And this is how they receive their monthly offering of meat from the villagers. Goat, I hope.
No trespassing for traitors.
Cool. Want to jump the gate and explore what's on the other side?
No
What
trespassing
do you
for
think, sport?
traitors.
The sign says no trespassing for a reason.
Come on! There may be trolls, or at least more houses. Where's your sense of adventure, old sport? Don't you want to see where these tracks go?
They lead to the old mine, and no. I've had enough adventure on this side of the fence. Besides, they wrote no trespassing for a
Frederick
reason.
Fretland.
You're such a terrible bore, Teddy Bear. I'll wager 1,000 clams you'll jump this gate at some point, if you believe Betty's on the other side.
Whoop.
Frederick Fretland. Who are these traitors he refers to?
What now? We've looked everywhere.
There really doesn't seem to be anyone around.
Maybe we missed something. An important clue. How about the general store? We haven't been inside yet.
It looked deserted, but worth another look, I guess.
What is this game getting at? Where is this going? Why is that bird trying to get into the general store?
Is that? Lizzie, come here. It's Betty's hat. She was here. She could still be in there. Betty? Betty!
Are you sure, Edward? I mean, it's just a hat. Is it even a hat? I'm not
I know
sure
my sister's hat, Lizzie. I'll have to get inside.
What about the
So
breaking and
bizarre.
entering
He's
part?
so
I
like,
could care less what they call it.
he's so dogmatic about like, this is my sister's thing, and she's like, I don't know, that looks like a random thing, and both positions seem very odd to me. Like, neither of them seem correct. It's just, I don't know, this is weird.
Here's an open window.
You seem eager to break the law. I approve.
It won't budge.
Don't be a milquetoast.
Well, it's stuck.
Attaboy, Teddy. You can do this.
I can't believe I'm actually breaking... Whoops, Daisy.
Oh my, Teddy. You're such a sap.
He's really good at this. He's real good at this. Can I get up?
Tent. World traveler. Cat burglar.
A cat burglar would, by definition, enter a
Barn
building
motive?
floor.
The state of this place.
Oh, Betty,
Edward,
I hope you weren't here when...
is this... blood?
Not necessarily human blood.
Well,
I
that's
mean-
alright then. What does it say? Barn murder? Someone murdered a barn?
Barn like bairn like child. Mortar meaning murder. Child murder. Child murderer.
Barn means child. And mortar...
I got it right.
Edward, they murdered a child?
Someone thought so.
Probably the same someone who vandalized the store.
I'm not sure how I feel about being in here.
Don't be ridiculous. We're all alone. What else do you suggest we do?
They really did a number on this place.
Why would they do this to one of their own?
Anger and fear trump civility. They really did a number on this place.
Why would they do this to one of their own?
Anger and fear trump civility.
Forræderi,
Why would Frederick keep a list of what he calls traitors?
including his brother
Crossing
and
them
his
somewhere? Why else keep a list of undesirables?
shit list. Just call it a shit list, dude. We're not going to talk about the fact that his brother is on the top of that list. No, we're not opening doors until we finish with this room. We are not opening doors until we finish.
It's the same photograph as in the farmhouse.
Johan's
but
gone. At least, I assume he's the one who's been snipped.
Frederick clearly did not want anything to do with his twin brother.
Now we can get out. Betty's hat's in the front room. That seems like the MacGuffin, the thing we're getting to, so let's go into the back room first.
What are you doing?
Looking for keys.
Your life of crime continues.
There's a note.
Is it written in Viking runes? What does it say?
It's from Simon. Yai put it means I put. Nurkel is key. Casa. I don't know what that word means.
He put the key in the casa?
Casa. I wish I had my dictionary. The note's addressed to his father.
So the key was moved. But where to?
I want to know, and I kind of want to look it up, but...
Or more convenient.
Can we really trust your translations? You only started studying a month ago.
I spent the summer reading, and I had a lot of free time on the ocean voyage.
Come on, how much could you possibly pick up in a few months?
You know my mind, it's a sponge. Out of order.
Why hasn't it been fixed?
Perhaps there wasn't much demand for it anymore.
S-O-S.
What is this for, then?
Oh boy. If only this thing worked. We could order a boat to come get us. Or, even better, order some
Shipping
hot
routes,
grub.
maybe? Shipping routes for what, though?
These were never sent.
How long have they been piling up?
I received
Oh,
this
could be
from
telegraph
July,
cables. This is true.
and they received my letter from July.
A couple of months. Perhaps the world forgot about Grovik.
Damnation. The hat's in here.
Calm down, old boy. Anyway, how's a hat going to help us?
Who knows what else is in here? There could be more clues.
Alright. Okay. Everything's Jake. We made it in...
Casa.
There we
So
go.
that's what it means.
Cash register.
As I was saying, you're a genuine gangster now, old fruit. Don't worry. If you get busted, I'll come visit you in the big house. Alright. Okay. Everything's Jake. We made it into the store. I'm sure we'll find a way through that door. Wasn't there supposed to be a key?
Here it is.
Key get? Ba-ba-ba-da. Murderer. Yeah, they mentioned it earlier. I did figure it out, though. I was pretty happy about that, because barn is child, like barn is bairn. And then mortar is murder, so child murderer, yeah. I was very proud of myself for figuring it out. Thank you, basic linguistic skills. Despite the fact that the game then spelled it out for me anyway.
It is her hat.
Teddy, I'm not
Betty
sure
was
that's...
here. And not long ago.
Okay, but if that is her hat, what's it doing in a locked storeroom?
Another breadcrumb.
That's not an answer.
I know for sure she was here. That's what matters.
You know best, Edward.
Why is she so determined that
What now?
Betty
If this
isn't
is a
there?
breadcrumb, where's the next one?
There must be a reason her hat's in this room.
What's that?
A handwritten note.
I'm not blind. What does it say, you silly goose?
It's hard to read. I'm not sure my translation will be... Johann, you... Nectar. Refuse. You refuse to speak to me, so I write this letter instead. It's from Frederick Fretland to his brother. Simon did not... Bloody hell. Simon did not murder your Ruth.
What?
He was fond of his cousin.
Ruth. Ruth is the daughter of Anna and Johann, which means the little girl in the photograph at the farmhouse.
Jesus Christ, okay.
The Fretland girl was murdered.
Hmm.
This is simply awful.
Simon was working at the farm while I tended to the store. I would have seen him had he passed on the way up to the cliffs.
They thought Simon killed Ruth. His own cousin.
Ruth was... What's that word? Playing. Ruth was always playing on the rocks below the church. She must have fallen by accident. The note ends there. Frederick never finished it. And Johann never read it. Not that it would have made a difference. If Johann thought...
The mob showed up for Simon. His father would have tried to protect him.
September 17th. You would have been here, Betty.
Rocks below the church. Isn't the church right above us? Edward, come look at this. That's the cliff. Right there. The one in the note? I bet you 1,000,000 clams.
Where?
See for yourself.
I guess that could be where...
Let's check it out.
No, Lissy, wait.
Too late. Why would you not go there? This is the breadcrumb. Edward? Edward? Edward Yard? I feel like the mechanic of her running away is mostly to,
I found it, Teddy. The cliff. I'm standing right below it.
What are you doing? This doesn't concern
A
us.
little girl died. We're staying in her home, for God's sake. Are you completely without heart? Get yourself up here, Edward Harden, right this minute.
like, I feel like the mechanic of her running away and you having to, like, find her
This looks very dangerous.
is mostly
Start acting like it. It's not Mount Everest.
because it means that they don't have to animate her running away or anything. Your focus is pulled and they can literally just, like, make the model disappear and appear in the next place she's supposed to be.
Whoops-a-daisy.
Oh my god. It's like a 3-foot tall rock wall. Come on, it's not that hard. I thought I was frail.
What is this?
Where little Ruth died.
You're being morbid. And this is a distraction.
That blood stain does not...
Some girl got herself...
You insensitive brute. You're like the Tin Woodman, no heart. Please look at me when I'm talking to you. Alright. You know, you've grown cold and mean in that horrid study of yours. With only books and bugs to keep you company for years and years and years. There are other people in this world, you know. It's not all about you. You're going to do this. If not for Ruth, then for us. We're going to figure out what happened to the poor girl. Together.
It's an odd motivation, but we're here for it, I
I've seen
guess.
all there is to see. I'm going back.
No, you haven't.
Leave? We might have missed something important.
That's been here a while.
Didn't you say it happened over a month ago?
You'd think her family would have replaced it with fresh flowers.
If they were alive...
Is that blood?
The girl could have hit her head on that rock. There would have been plenty of blood.
That's awful. I think there's something behind it. Can you move the rock aside?
There is a part of a doll. A torso of a doll, specifically. Oh, good.
It must
Here
be
comes the
Ruth's.
creepy.
Where's the head?
Maybe the killer also decapitates dolls.
Hold on. This pin. This is old. Very old. It looks like something from the Viking era.
We are in the land of Vikings.
This could be 1,000 years old. It does not belong in a child's doll.
Who cares? Ruth is dead and you're obsessing about a rusty old pin? Let's go further out. Maybe we'll find more clues. Come on, old sport. It's not far.
Can you wait just 1
Yeah, I
minute
can't
so
even,
that I
like...
can catch my breath?
Yeah, you can't even pull away focus to start moving
Or am I just stumbling through darkness?
before she's already gone. So it's definitely a way for you to, like...
You can see clear beyond the edge of the world.
One
Oh,
second.
Teddy Bear. We need to take you out walking more often.
So, the girl fell from up here.
Was pushed, you mean? Can you see where she fell? Seeing as you're so concerned about me falling out of trees, I wouldn't want to risk falling off a cliff.
If she fell headfirst on that rock, she'd have died instantly.
Edward, honestly.
You wanted to learn more. This is you learning more. She hit her head and fell into the bush where I found her doll. Happy now, Alice?
I'm not. What was she doing up here in the first place?
Playing? She was a child. Children play in dangerous places.
You should know that
There
more
must
than
be more
anyone.
to it. Let's find out where this path leads.
No, absolutely not. I don't have time for this nonsense. We're running out of daylight, and Betty's still... We're still out there.
And what are you planning to do about it, buddy? Let's get you up this hill.
Slow down. I can't keep up with you. Who knows what's up there? It's not worth the risk of falling and breaking something. Lissy? Are you there?
Oh shit.
My word. Look away, Lissy.
Is this what happened to the villagers?
Oh shit.
Killed themselves?
It's one body. Let's not jump to conclusions.
This is Simon, isn't it?
This is just ghastly. What made him do this? How long has he been?
God help
The
me.
state of the body, perhaps a couple
That's
of
what the
weeks.
sign says. God help me.
Depends on temperature and humidity, of course.
Here we go.
What does that say?
God
I think it's a bit late for a trigger warning of suicide. I didn't know it was coming either, so...
Isn't that what your father said when
Stop.
your mother drowned
Don't.
herself? Sorry. Who was he? One of the Fretlanders?
It's not Johann or Frederick.
Okay, so he's not
He's too
Simon.
old to be Simon.
Do you think this has something to do with Ruth? Maybe she came across the hanged man before she died, and it scared her. So she ran, and
This happened later.
there's some consolation in that, I guess. Maybe it's the killer. The guilt ate him up, and he offed himself.
That's just speculation with no basis in fact. There's nothing more to do here. I'm going back. Let the poor soul rest in peace.
Does it look like he's resting in peace? You're just going to leave him hanging? You're an insensitive brute.
I'm here for Betty. It's tragic, but really none of my
Oh,
concern.
Betty, always just Betty. You don't care about anyone else. What if that was me up there? Would you care then? All you do is obsess over a scarf and a hat and ugh.
It's all I have of Betty.
Betty, there she is again. Edward, the hanged man, he's someone. No matter what he did,
There's a bit of a
or
one-track
didn't do,
mind,
he
yeah.
deserves respect.
I don't know
Just do this one
why she is
decent
so
thing.
resistant to the idea of
If
Betty.
not for me, then for yourself.
Like,
Or for your Betty. What are you doing? You can't just pull him down by his legs. Try loosening the noose.
I can't reach that far.
Yeah, it's kind of odd. Why is she jealous of his sister? Is it just the... And also, what's their relationship? I don't really know what's going on.
I'm going to be sick. I can't do this.
Yes, you can. Teddy. Edward. I know you can.
This is very
You've
odd.
been through much worse.
Wow, the wind outside is really howling.
Where are the Fretlands, Edward?
It's been 2 days. If they're not back tonight,
They're not coming back.
perhaps they left after their daughter died.
Was murdered, you mean? Isn't that what we think happened? Penny for your thoughts?
Perhaps she fell by accident.
So you don't think it was murder?
It's difficult to say with any certainty. The boy could have pushed her.
You're really not helping.
Can we talk about this tomorrow? I'm sorry.
You're exhausted.
I buried a corpse today, Alice.
I know. I'm sorry. Why don't you sleep in the guest bedroom?
The couch is fine. The Fretlands could still come home.
All right. Just don't come crying to me if you wake up with a crick in your neck. I'll be up for a while, if you feel like talking.
It's like if you feel like talking, but I can't talk to her.
I really thought I'd find Betty today.
Well, I told you not to get your hopes up, Edward. I mean, we just got here. It's a big place. She could be anywhere.
It's just the thought of her alone out there. In the dark.
She's a tough cookie. Your Betty. Tougher than you, Teddy Bear.
That she is. I feel restless.
You should sleep.
I'm not sure I can. But yes, I'll try. In a bit. I feel restless.
You should sleep.
I'm not sure I can. But yes, I'll try. In a bit.
What did you find?
Someone tried to burn this.
Just like the book.
October
Isn't that
25th,
It's addressed to
1909.
Mrs. Fretland. My dearest Anna. It's from her sister, Margaret. Frederick's wife. The two brothers married sisters, remember?
Yes, and it's adorable. Keep reading.
I really shouldn't.
Really? How else are we going to figure out what happened? Keep reading.
My dearest Anna, I miss you so very, very much. The baby is due soon, and I wish for our family to reunite before... It's been 7 years since the dreadful incident at the mine. Can we not convince Frederick and Johann to forgive and forget? I know there are things Frederick has not told me about what they found and why they parted ways. Their grudge is tearing us all apart. Frederick won't even let me speak to half of our neighbors, accusing them of treason.
Interesting.
He's so very angry and full of regrets. It's eating him up. And we...
And we what?
The rest is unreadable.
Margaret reached out to her sister, but I guess it didn't work.
This was written before Simon was born, but burned recently.
Hmm. Can we go and read that book in the upstairs parlor? Yeah, there we go. August 3rd, 1923. This morning I had lemon juice and hot water with no sugar instead of tea. Beginning weight ready, diet in the paper, popular in London. Odd letter yesterday addressed to Johann, American gentleman, Mr. Edward Hardin of Hanover, Massachusetts. Well written, very polite. Mr. Hardin received our information from the Aisland police when we requested a contact in Gravik. Fredericks, perhaps dear Margaret is no longer with us, and I'm better prepared to respond in English than Frederick. Okay, so Margaret is dead. Was dead. August. Mr. Hardin inquired about his sister Elizabeth Hardin, who's traveling on her own. Apparently she's a journalist. Imagine that, crossing the Atlantic Ocean to write about Norway. Sounds wonderful. In the letter, Elizabeth telegraphed her brother from Iceland to inform she is planning to visit Gravik. Why she'd want to come to this dreary place, I have no idea. There's nothing here worth writing about anymore. His sister has not arrived yet. If she had, I would have tired her out with questions about America, being a journalist, traveling the world on her own. Hope she comes. I'll write to Mr. Hardin today. Johann is not comfortable writing letters, especially in English. She agrees that we should invite Mr. Hardin to stay here if he decides to come. After all, there are no guest houses in Gravik. Our spare rooms are rarely used. Now, this morning I had a boiled egg and buttered toast after Johann told me I was being silly and that I do not need to lose any weight, seeing as we're not in London and no one cares. Wow, isn't that just a mood? Hey, 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 hey. Turn that page, buddy. Okay. Frederick's feeling an asteroid, claiming that goats have been grazing his land. I wanted to speak up, but I knew I'd only make him angrier. Johann went across the ford this morning to purchase some necessities, new fabrics, and post. Finish another dress today. This one's for myself. There are no customers anymore. No one here needs another dress, and it's been ages since we visited the city. I hardly know anyone there. Who would want their dresses made in Gravik when they can have one tailored in Iceland? Ailesund? Ailesund. Ailesund? I don't know if I'm saying that right. I feel lonely today. I miss my dear Margaret so much after all these years. I think Ruth is hiding something from me. She's being awfully secretive. She's going off on her own even more than usual, and clothes are filthy. Don't mind her playing exploring. Always did regret Margaret and I not being allowed to run free when we were little. Simon stopped by today with a gift for Ruth, a whole bar of chocolate. Sweet boy, Frederick would be furious if he knew. I looked at her drawings while she was out, got an imagination. Mr. Hardin will be here in October. I look forward to having someone else to speak with, only for a few days. Not that Johann isn't good company, but we have little to converse about outside of our daily routines. No sign of Mr. Hardin's sister yet. She left Ailesund weeks ago. Where could she be? I do hope she's all right. No church service again today. Vicar hasn't been back since the memorial service in July. Johann believes that he won't be back and that he's given up in Gravik like everyone else. I think I'm coming down with a cold. Someone damaged our boat during the night. That's the third one this month. Johann suspects Frederick, of course. I fear something is bubbling to the surface again after all these years. Not at all feeling well and spent most of yesterday and today in bed. Ruth was sweet and brought me potato soup and tea with honey and milk. September 18th. She has left us. Dearest Ruth is gone. I cannot believe it was Simon's doing. He too is now gone, and with him all hope Gravik had left in it. All right. Well, we got that squared away. And by squared away, I mean we're now aware of it. So pretty. Look at that. Look at it. It's so pretty. Anything more to say in here, or nope, we're locked out. Oh.
I feel restless.
You should sleep.
I'm not sure I can. But yes, I'll try. In a bit.
What are you doing?
Betty will want these back.
I don't think it's healthy
Not now,
to...
please. I'm exhausted.
You do look exhausted. Go to bed, Edward. I'll tuck you in.
The, like, face in the mirror thing is just kind of weird.
Quite the day, huh?
I'm ready to pass out. Where will you sleep?
I'll be up for a while. My mind's simply racing.
Don't stay up late. Wake me if you hear the Fretlands arriving.
Of course. And I'll keep my eyes open for any ghosts that might want to haunt you when you sleep.
There are no...
Hush now. Sleep.
Yeah. What's gonna happen tonight? Oh boy. Or we just jump to day 3. Okay. This game probably doesn't need the dark to scare us, let's be honest. It's gonna do perfectly fine without that. Wakey wakey, baby. Touch?
I will find you again.
God. So bizarre. Alright. Oh boy. Fog. Good.
Where are you?
I'm upstairs.
Bad things happen in fog.
This is her room.
Hmm?
Are you paying attention? Ruth. Can you imagine? One moment you're living a perfectly happy life, and then... nothing. Darkness. Forever and ever.
Wow. Who is the
Maybe
gauntest
there's
of them
something
all?
here that can tell us
Indeed.
what happened to her.
This is a waste of my time.
We might be the only ones left to tell her story, Edward.
You're just being melodramatic. I'll help you look. There's still no sign of the Fretlands.
Maybe they left town after Ruth died.
What's the point of this? I should be looking for Betty.
I hate you sometimes.
Wow. That got...
What am I looking for?
Anything out of the ordinary. Something that could explain what happened to Ruth.
This is real life, not a whodunit by Agatha Christie.
Excuse
There
you.
won't be a convenient series of clues leading to a tidy conclusion.
Use the little gray cells.
Ruth was an artist.
This is very primitive.
Have you
Oh,
ever
come
met a
now.
child, Edward? She wasn't Monet.
Have
She
you
was
ever
me.
met a child?
This must be the village church. That's Ruth and her family on one side of the aisle. Simon and his father on the other.
The community divided.
She found something.
Where's that supposed to be?
A cave.
Hmm.
Or the...
Mine. It could be. But what did she find?
something important enough to draw.
That's what I want to know.
Draugen.
Hey, the undead monster from those folk tales you read.
What an odd
Wow,
book
that
for a
looks,
child to have.
I don't know. Children love scary stories.
that looks
This looks
terrifying.
interesting. Read some of it to me, please.
Here we go. Let's learn about The big terrifying
In
looking
Norwegian
swamp
folklore, the appearance
thing.
of Draugen, the reanimated corpse of a drowned mariner, heralds death. Draugen haunts the black seas in a shattered boat. The beast has a man's body and wears a sou'wester, but instead of a head, there is tangled seaweed, and the revenant's chilling cry freezes mortal blood to ice. Draugen has the power to enter the dreams of the living. If you wake from such a dream, you have been spared, though someone close to you... That's enough of that. It's nonsense, of course. Not something a child should be reading.
Do you think Draugen took our boat?
Why do I have
Maybe
this
he's out there,
feeling
on the fjord,
Stephen
waiting for
Gamble? I
nightfall
don't know
so
them.
he can return to shore.
No.
And your soul lacks poetry, Edward Charles Harden. I pity you.
Oh, yes. I know what you mean now. Yeah, it does kind of look like Gamble, doesn't it? That's not going to give me nightmares tonight. That's not going to give me nightmares at all.
This is a waste of time.
Edward, you horrid man. Sorry. Please stay. I can't stand the thought of Ruth tossed aside because you're too busy to
Oh
play.
no, it's not necessarily
That
Gamble's
was why
art,
Ruth
it's
and Sam's
everything,
fathers.
including the art in the
They
book,
weren't on the best of terms.
which I have a
They look
feeling
like they
was
would kill
gonna
each other.
To a child,
come
maybe it
up.
looked worse than it was.
Children are more insightful than you give them credit for, Teddy Bear.
Yeah. Well, remember the Draugen?
Ruth never finished this. What does that spell? F-O-R-B.
For Banelson, the curse.
What is that figure supposed to be? It's creepy. It looks a bit like the Draugen in her book.
A figment of her imagination. But the box she drew... It looks like this box under her desk.
Really? Let me
Oh
see.
boy.
Pull it out.
Here we go. This is gonna go well. I don't know that I want to open this.
What is this?
I believe this might qualify as actual treasure.
Is that Norwegian money?
Sort of, but ancient. Viking coins.
Yeah, why do I get the feeling that these have a
Not in
curse
terms
on
of
them, so to
monetary
speak?
value, but historically, they belong in a museum.
Looks like Ruth had her own private museum.
Why would a child have these artifacts?
She must have enjoyed collecting and playing with them.
These are much too precious to play with. She should have given these to an adult.
Like a
She's-
child would know that.
She was a child, Edward. To her, they were just shiny toys. Wait! The pin! On the doll!
This is where it came from, her collection.
But where did she find these treasures?
If we're to believe her drawing, perhaps the mine. She may have found a gravesite. Wherever she found them, she wanted to keep them hidden.
You think someone found out?
These items wouldn't necessarily be worth much, except to a historian or archaeologist.
What if this is how... I mean, if someone learned she'd been collecting treasures, they might be willing to do terrible things.
There's nothing here.
What about these drawings? They could be important. There's a story here. The treasure box, the drawings.
The overactive mind of an imaginative child.
She didn't imagine the Viking artifacts. You shouldn't be so dismissive. The drawings could be her way of dealing with traumatic
This is
events.
what happens when I read you the principles of psychology. You get notions.
You say that like it's a bad thing.
Hmm?
Was troubled. The village.
You
was
say my
troubled.
learning is a bad thing,
Is
excuse me.
that a bell?
A church bell. Someone's here. Maybe Betty.
Why
Oh,
would
come
Betty
now,
ring the
all right.
church bell?
Perhaps she's in trouble. I need to get to the church right now.
Wait, isn't it more likely to be the person you saw the other night? We should be careful.
I told you, I'm not sure that was anything. Come on.
Go ahead. I'll catch up with you before you get there. I need a minute to think about all of this.
This isn't gonna be creepy at all.
Are you coming?
In a minute. You go on ahead.
I also get the feeling that she might not be real. Like, I know that's a weird thought, but why do I feel like Lissy or Alice isn't real? It would be a twist, but it just the way she's acting sometimes feels like it's almost just meant to be like an opposite of Edward. Like not a foil, but a voice in his head that's trying to either hold him back or prod him into something else. Hold him back from his obsessive nature over Betty, but prod him into enjoying something else that doesn't involve Betty.
Lissy?
This isn't going to be anything, though, is it? But it's definitely going to show us something. Is it going to be another body? There's almost certainly going to be at least one other body in here.
July 24th. Memorial service. A commemoration of the accident at the mine this past summer. No services after that.
All these fresh graves. Do you think that maybe
No.
Betty...
I'd know.
But...
You wouldn't understand. Elizabeth and I, we have a bond.
God, Edward. Your obsession with her is really starting to grate.
Hmm.
Why board up a church?
To keep the ghosts from escaping?
Regardless of how they got past the boards, there's someone in there.
Gone fishing?
God is not here.
Well, of course he isn't. You won't find God in a church. God is the wind in the trees, the grass between your toes.
Very Unitarian of her.
Runs
That's
through.
nature, not God.
No, that's called Unitarianism.
Who did this?
Someone had lost their faith.
Can you peek through the boards? See anyone?
No,
Listen! The bell! They're still in there!
Hello? I heard the bell.
This is giving me
I'm
the
here to help.
heebie-jeebies.
You and me both,
These
Alice.
boards look flimsy enough to break.
Look at that. The Ethel becomes an Edward. Didn't think you had it in you, old fruit.
Be quiet. Betty? Are you here? Hello? This is Edward Harden. I'm looking for my sister,
Stop
Elizabeth.
shouting, Edward. We're alone. There are only ghosts here.
There are no ghosts.
I don't know about that.
I was gonna say, I'm more inclined to agree with her at this point.
What's this rope for?
The bell.
This is the bell we heard ringing?
I don't see any other bells.
So you have to stand here and pull this rope to ring it.
Yes.
But there was no one here. You didn't see anyone, right?
No, no one.
Ghosts. I'm telling you, it's ghosts. So what happened to the hunchback of Grovik?
They must be here still. There's only the one exit.
Maybe it was the wind.
The church bell's too heavy. It can't have been the wind. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it was the wind. There's no one here.
I don't like that sound. Please stop.
No? Okay.
Lissy, look.
Let me
Betty's
guess.
gloves. They are definitely Betty's.
Oh,
She got
Pete's
these
sake.
in Boston before she left for New York. She bought them at Woolworth. I remember the day she... She's here.
Where? And why would she leave her clothes lying around? It doesn't make sense.
Breadcrumbs. She's sending me a message. She knew I'd recognize her gloves. Her hat. She's left a trail for me to follow, like Ariadne's red thread.
We're not in a lab.
Betty will have left more crumbs.
Betty, you're turning into such a pill.
I want to know why she hates Betty. I want to know why he's obsessed with his sister.
The sign on the door. God is not here. Their faith was challenged, and it didn't survive.
What's that?
The last sermon that was held here.
What does it say?
The vicar's handwriting is hard to decipher, and the language. He talks about the village being divided for 20 years. This sermon was held on the anniversary of the accident.
I know. That's why it's kind of weird. I mean, like, if she's missing, then maybe we should be concerned? Like...
Move on. Something to the effect of, you sit in separate aisles in God's house.
Like Ruth's drawing. I told you, she was perceptive.
It sounds like Grovik was split in two. Between those who stood by Johann and those who supported Frederick.
Because of Ruth?
This sermon is from before that. No, this is all about the preceding 20 years of division and disagreements.
It is very confusing. Like, it's just so confusing.
Forgive each other. It addresses Johann and Frederick directly. But I wonder if they were even here.
Remember the wedding picture? They were close friends once. How could they allow their grudge to escalate until...
You call each other traitors, but the only thing you've betrayed are the bonds that unite us. Here's something else. Many of you believe Grovik was cursed 20 years ago. God has not cursed you. This curse is of your own making.
Ruth's drawing mentioned a curse. What do you think that means?
They believed they were cursed, and that they needed something or someone to blame for their misfortune. That bell still bothers me. What are you doing? We're in a church.
Thought you didn't believe in God.
I do believe in civility.
Isn't this a fire hazard?
They're not always lit. Each candle represents a single prayer.
That's a lot of prayers.
There were a lot of deaths.
He
Church book. A record of births and deaths.
So we can find out what happened to the people in the village?
Maybe.
And, Elizabeth. I mean, if she was dead...
Her name would be in the book.
And it's ripped out.
Tore it to pieces.
Of course.
I don't think the missing pages left the church. Look.
Ah, that's why those things are there.
How many pages are missing?
I counted 4.
They're probably all still here. I know. Let's make it a competition. 1-0 to Team Me. I wanted you to find that one.
Mm-hmm.
I know what a rotten loser you are.
Mm-hmm. Thing is, I remember where they all are, dear.
Found another one. You get it. It's right here.
Wait, where did it go? Past the chandelier? There it is.
You found another one? Don't forget about this page.
They considered this a sacred place. For them to destroy it. This was an act of desperation and anger.
You're telling me.
I've never seen you read the Bible before.
I've read the Bible many times. It's an important historical document. For he is our peace, who hath made both one, and hath broken down the middle wall of partition between us.
Did you just translate that into Olden English?
I happen to know the verse by heart.
You still manage to surprise me sometimes. Jesus looks sad.
What reason would Jesus have to be happy?
Don't be blasphemous.
Given that this is all fiction, blasphemy is a contradiction.
Heretic.
But heretic.
2 for 2.
Hello, welcome to the stream.
Good job, Teddy. Old
Stop,
bean.
Lucy. This is not a game. Betty's out there.
Of horse feathers. Stop being so gosh darn tedious, Edward. Biddy, biddy, biddy. Will you ever shut up about your precious Betty? Put those pages back in the book, and I'll stop trying to cheer you up. The final dinner.
The Last Supper. Who taught you
Final
about the New
dinner.
Testament?
I picked
I
up on
like
things.
that she called it the
Most
final
folks aren't
dinner.
heathens, like you.
Ah, I just noticed that Lord Melvin has rated me. Why, thank you. Why, thank you.
This book goes back years. It lists births and deaths. Here's the 3rd Fretland brother. The one who died in a cave-in. Someone added the word for Banelson, probably quite recently.
What does that mean again?
Curse. That word is all over this book. Not just the one who died in the mine, but other deaths in the last 20 years.
Ruth's drawing and the sermon both mentioned a curse. What do you think it means?
I don't know. There were surprisingly few births.
Perhaps they blame that on the curse as well.
I have changed my streaming days, yes. So I work
Look here.
physically in person at the office Mondays and Wednesdays.
She
And
was
so
buried
getting
in the
up
cemetery.
early for those days,
And the next
on
day, Simon found
Tuesdays especially.
her.
You know, if I stream late on Tuesday and then have to get
Simon's
up early to go,
Oh, that's true.
you know,
He drowned the day after Ruth died.
it's a lot.
Probably no coincidence. See what's scribbled next to it?
Ward?
Murder.
Who killed him?
Murder. Jesus.
father?
Right, a lot more murder.
Or the mob that trashed the store?
It doesn't say. After the children, a half-dozen deaths in a single week.
And then I see
Curse.
full radar.
Listed as the cause for every single death.
Maybe there really was a curse.
Primitive superstition. But something changed after Ruth and Simon. It might explain why there's no one around.
Edward, if it killed everyone, how's that not a curse? What does that word say? Next to those names at the bottom. For a
Traitor.
Oof.
Edward? What's wrong?
The final entry. There's no name. Alice, What if...
Oh, Edward, no.
Betty,
It doesn't mean she's...
she's not dead. She can't be. I know. I know.
That just sent chills down my spine.
Myself. It's not Betty. Betty's still alive.
Teddy? Where are you going? Don't leave me!
What if I won't leave you? What if I'm going to try and be a nicer person?
Must find that grave.
Or not. Okay. The game is forcing me to be an asshole.
You better not be here, Betty. I'll never forgive you.
He's about to dig up a grave.
This one. It's unmarked.
Yep. He is about to dig up a grave.
What are you doing? Have you gone completely mad?
Yes, he has.
Stop it!
He did not stop it. Ugh.
It's not her. It's not Betty. It's not her.
Oh, Edward. What have you done?
It's not Elizabeth. I was so afraid.
You're a monster.
But I had to be sure. If Betty...
To hell with your Betty! When did she ever shed a tear for you?
Don't talk about my baby sister
Or
like
what?
that.
Or what, Edward? What will you do? Ignore us? Banish
Nor
us?
us?
You've spent your entire life chasing
Us?
When are you going to do something useful with what's left of it?
Quiet! Just leave me be.
Fine.
Fucking called it. Fucking called it. Oh my god.
Alice? Come back. Don't leave me alone. Please. Come back.
I fucking called it. Oh, that's fucking creepy. Oh, this has just gotten weird. Yep, now I'm all alone. Again. And it's gonna be all kinds of creep, isn't it? It's this way. There's a break in the wall here. Yeah, no more illusory friends for you, buddy. Bucko. Oh, this is the path that we didn't finish taking. I have no idea what's going on in this game. This is so bizarre and cool and bizarre. Oh, can I not go down? Yeah, no, I can't go down this way. I ran down here for nothing. Okay. So who is Alice then? More importantly, what is Alice, I guess? Is it Edward's conscious? Like subconscious? Conscience? Huh. What does she mean? Is Betty real? Is anything real? she's back.
I was afraid you'd left me. Now listen to me. No!
Oh, whoa.
Lissy. Hey. Lissy, please listen to me. I didn't mean what I said.
Of course you do. Everything's always about Betty. Betty.
I care about you both.
Until it really matters. Then it's obvious who matters more.
I thought she was dead.
I wish she was!
Don't.
You deserve to be alone.
What is going on? What is happening?
Please, talk to me.
What's there to talk about?
You can't keep running away from me.
You think you own me? That you control me? That you get to decide how I feel and what I do every minute of every day? That I'm your puppet, your little plaything?
I don't know what you are right
Fuck
now.
you, Edward Charles Harden. I never should have come here with you on this pointless chase.
Now, be reasonable.
Explains why she wasn't able to sleep anywhere. That's why it was her not sleeping necessarily was.
Lissy? Alice? No!
Oh boy.
What are you doing?
What I should have done years ago. Maybe now you'll learn to appreciate this.
No, 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 no.
Please, listen. Hear me out. Don't do this. You can't do this to me.
What is she doing? What is she doing?
I'm not whole without you. I can't lose you. I can't live without you. Don't, please, don't, no. What? No.
Oh my god. But can she die?
Alice, what have you done? Please, be all right. Please, don't.
You make me sick, Edward.
Holy shit.
Your mother and father would be ashamed.
What the fuck?
Elizabeth would be ashamed. They did not think you deserved their love, so they abandoned you.
Don't.
Oh, my child. We are
What the
all
fuck?
that you have, and we love you.
Yeah, no, things went real fucking crazy real fast.
Alone. Do not forget.
No, Never. I never forget.
What the fuck?
I am never alone.
What the fuck? What the fuck? Achievement unlocked. Everything changes. Oh my god. Yeah, everything just really. Shit just hit the fan, and I'm confused, and.
Edward.
Yep, we have the our angel friend here is
Hiding.
gonna keep following.
Without us, you are nothing. You cannot hide from us.
Where's Lissy?
Alice is not here.
Bring her back. Please. I need her.
Alice does not love Elizabeth like you do.
She loves me.
Not like I do, Edward.
I'm so tired.
What is this?
Please.
What is going on?
I think of you so often. You have no idea.
You just want me to forgive you so that we can keep looking for your precious, perfect Betty.
She needs us.
She never needed you, Teddy Bear. And she certainly doesn't need us.
I can't find her on my own.
It's just too bad, my darling Edward. Because we're done playing second fiddle to little sis.
Wait, don't go. I'm talking to you. Lissy. Oh.
Actual fuck is happening right now. Why won't she listen?
Please. Lissy. Listen. You can't keep vanishing on me.
Try me.
Why are you so angry?
You do not know anger, Edward.
This fucking
Did you ever meet my father?
angel thing.
Alice does not want to speak with you.
And what about you?
What is this
Are
thing?
you going to help me?
God helps those who help themselves.
I don't know
I
that
don't need
this.
God's help. I need Lissy.
Do you, though? Did you ever?
What? Of course,
The mind bends and I'm confused now. Okay.
Alice. Don't go. Hear me out. I depend on you both.
You can never depend on other people, Edward.
I'm not sure you count as other people.
Everyone leaves, one way or another.
You don't.
It's getting very.
Can't.
Is that a challenge?
Stop playing games.
Are you ordering me, Teddy Bear?
I'm asking you.
Didn't your father always tell you to stand up for yourself? To be a real man and not a sissy? Maybe that's why he put the gun to his head and pulled the trigger.
Fuck,
Kaboom!
okay.
He was so disappointed about what his only son had turned into.
You're a monster.
Takes one to know one. Old fruit.
This is getting something or other.
I gave you this jacket. Betty. You were here.
Where did that come from?
Lissy, I'm tired of chasing you.
I don't know if he put it on, yeah.
Alice, be reasonable. I'm trying to talk to you. Lissy, look. Her jacket. I'm sure it wasn't here yesterday, which
Jesus
means
Christ,
Betty was
Teddy.
here. Perhaps when we were out yesterday.
Betty
She must
Bit.
have...
Betty.
You love Betty more than you love us. But don't you see? What has Betty done that we haven't? What can she do that we cannot? We've always been there for you. Why do you keep looking for her?
She's real. You're not.
So?
What? You decide what is real. We are real to you.
I'm very confused by this angel
Same.
and the entity. What is the entity? I don't understand.
She does not want you.
Who are you talking
Why
about?
do you think Betty left? She was sick and tired of us. She wanted to escape.
Like mother.
Drowning herself because she couldn't stand being around us.
Like father.
Bam! Right in the coconut.
Stop.
You drive them all away, Edward. All into death.
Wow, that's really fucking heavy.
We're always here for you.
I beg you.
You are never alone.
Stop! Leave me alone, both of you!
You want to be alone?
You really want to be alone?
Fine. You're alone.
Good.
What just happened?
Lissy. Come back. Please. Don't leave me. I lied. I don't want you to leave me alone. I don't want to be alone. Please, Lissy. I need you. I can't do this on my own.
What is happening in this game? Oh, that's the end of that. Right. I think we might finish this in one day. One streaming day. I mean, it's not even 11 o'clock yet, and I believe it's 6 days. This is day 5. So,
Betty?
strap in.
Elizabeth?
Something just
Is that
happened.
you?
Is that snow?
Are you upstairs?
It's snowing. Now we get to see what's in that room.
Betty, I'm coming.
I don't know that I want to see what's in this room.
Betty? Betty? Are you in there? Open the door. I'm coming in. Stand away from the door.
Oof. Come on. The window was open this whole time. Oh, okay.
Betty? No. No, 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 no. Oh. Oh, thank you.
Yeah, no, but that's...
I thought it was you, Betty.
We still have questions.
Anna.
Yep. She said she had a cold.
It's from Johann, addressed to his wife. Did you notice the handwriting, Betty? He was clearly distraught. Knock ere knock. Enough is enough. After decades of strife, I pray that God will forgive me. I am tired of secrets. For 20 years I've kept my silence about our discovery, but my silence has only led to misfortune, and my cowardice has only led to death. I
What?
will make Frederick pay for what he has done to us, for what they have done to our Ruth.
Okay.
When it is over, I will let the ocean take me to you and Ruth. May God forgive me.
Jesus Christ,
He was
okay.
already dead when he wrote this. He had no one else to confess to. What now, Betty? Johann went to confront his brother, probably at Frederick's farm. And then?
Well, guess we're going up to the farm. Trespassing, no traitors, that one. Pretty sure that's where it is.
You said this was a gift from another unlucky suitor. It was precious to you. You wouldn't have left it here unless... A signpost. A breadcrumb.
Be honest,
Follow
Edward.
Johann.
You're losing me
Frederick
here.
Frontman's farm, and then to the mine. You wouldn't let this go, Betty. You'd follow your story to the end. All the way to the end.
Alright. Are we about ready to walk into the fog? Because...
So where is Frederick's farm? A gate. Frederick's warning. The path leads to his farm.
the game's still really pretty.
Farm is on the way to the mine, isn't that so, Betty? Are you still at the farm? Or did you go all the way to the mine? I need to see what you saw. Follow your story. The red thread you left for me. I'm on my way, Betty. So where is Frederick's farm? Did you follow the tracks to the mine? What led you to this place? All these fragments. You would piece them together into a story, wouldn't you, Betty? So, what do we know? Johann and Frederick are partners, and on good terms. Something happens in the mine. Disagreements lead to a falling out. And at the end of it all, 20 years later, Johann walks this path to confront Frederick. Was this your doing, Johann?
Oh.
Did you burn your brother's farm to the ground? And where were you, Betty? Did you witness their fall?
The only thing that seems to survive the fire is the safe. Stove.
What do you reckon, Betty?
Right? Wasn't the mine opening date then?
Betty? Are you here, Betty?
I like how the snow is coming through the roof here. Well, 2 graves. There's Simon.
Simon's grave. Born December 5th, 1909. Died September 17th, 1923. The safe. Frederick would choose numbers that meant something to him. Why bury Simon here, and not at the cemetery? if the village blamed him for Ruth's death? I could really use your imagination, Betty. You'd figure this out in no time.
Couple of different ideas we could use now. Let's try Simon's birthday. That seems
Simon's
likely to me.
birthday.
There we go. Well, there's a bracelet.
Another Viking artifact, Betty. Most likely from the same treasure Ruth found. Postmarked in Boston. That's a
Interesting.
curious coincidence. Dear Frederick, I hope this letter, it's in English, Betty. Hope this letter finds you and the boy in good health. We're concerned about you both. No word from you for almost 2 years now.
Louisa and
We're
I?
still heartbroken about Margaret's passing. We know things have been difficult for you and Simon. Mr. Fretland, we expect you to take care of this problem. If the discovery is made public, the authorities will intervene and the mine will be shut down. Should this happen, we will consider it a breach of our contract, and we will withdraw our investment. You and your brother will be responsible for all debts and losses. Johann must be convinced to wall up the chamber. We have already dealt with the worker who made the discovery.
That's dark. Dealt with?
Fretland Mining Company. I wonder what this unlocks.
I guess we're going into the mine. It's not going to be terrifying at all. It's
Went
fine.
to the mine. I hope our guardian angel watched over you. All right, Betty. So what happens next in your story? Johann and Frederick discover something in the mine. A cave or chamber of archaeological value. They argue about what to do. If the discovery is made public, it's the end of their enterprise. Johann is convinced or paid to walk away. Their secret stays hidden. Then, a few months later, the accident. 3 men die. The investors pull out. The mine shuts down. Frederick's up to his neck in debt.
Here we go. Don't know what we're going to find in here, but...
Cursed mine in Grovik. Locals struggle with bad crops and livestock deaths and blame it on... They thought they were cursed because of the mine. A thing like that becomes self-fulfilling. If you believe you're cursed, every misfortune feeds the delusion.
I mean, we're going to talk about the fact that you had some kind of entity that takes the form of a person named Alice, who you somehow know?
Did you come here to tell their stories? And then, Ruth stumbles across the secret in the mine. After all this time, the truth may finally come to light, but she dies. And the day after, Simon is murdered.
No? Down?
You were always braver than me.
It won't let me do anything with this branch. Hello, Mr. Man. Hello?
Always curious. Always pushing the boundaries. Betty? Betty?
That's where I just came from. Unless there's something more for me to see here that I haven't seen yet. Maybe that's why. Perhaps there is. Maybe there's something I missed. Except I can't go back.
If you hear me, just stay put. I'm almost there.
Okay, what am I missing? Can't go down this slope. I'm guessing because I'm supposed to interact with this somehow, but it's not letting me? There's nothing more out here.
Did you come here to tell their stories?
Okay. I'm not sure what to do. Okay. Just says continue north and descend down the fallen tree. It doesn't want me to do this though. Why? No matter how I approach this, it just shows the little thing.
You were always braver than me.
Why can I not do this? I wonder if maybe a video walkthrough might help me a little bit. There's the actual... Alright. They're right where I am. The dialogue is still happening. And then it should say descend. And it's not, for some reason. I wanna go down. Dear Edward, do something. helping either. Oop. And now I'm stuck. What? I'm stuck. Really? This game was going so well. Come on. Alright, hold on. Let's see if we can... I don't know where the last checkpoint was, but maybe we can just reload into something close by.
So,
Alright.
20 years pass. The Frontland feud tears the village apart, setting neighbor against neighbor. And then, Ruth stumbles across the secret in the mine. After all this time,
The snow stopped too.
truth may finally come to
Why?
light. She dies. And the day after, Simon is murdered.
Everything about this area is now totally different. I think I glitched it out somehow.
It's a catalyst. Old grievances resurface. No matter who you stand with, you're a traitor. Things escalate. More people die. From disease, despair, suicides, murder. All because of the mine. Because of what they found there. And what they covered up. There was no one to stop it, Betty. They were alone. That's the real curse of Grovik. Isolation.
It's the one that you're stuck with right now, buddy. Oof. Oh, I just got chills. Nothing in particular, just the sight of the mine. I mean, that whatever we're gonna find in here is...
This place is cursed. Ridiculous.
I wouldn't be so sure, buddy.
Ruth was here the day she fell. Something spooked her, and then she ran all the way to the cliff where... Do you know what happened, Betty? Did you witness it?
Oh god, I don't want to do this. Oh, okay, I am...
Hello? Betty, are you in there? Please answer me.
I don't know that I like this.
Betty?
I don't like this.
Hello? Betty, are you here? This is Mother's brooch. You always wore this. You wouldn't take it off unless... You left it here for a reason. What am I not seeing?
I don't know that I want to look in here. Oh, Jesus Christ. I think you should get out. Like, now. Yep. Well, we're not going back in there.
Edward! Edward!
What the fuck?
Elizabeth? Is that you?
Edward? Where are you?
I'm on my way, Betty. Wait for me. Stay where you are. I'm coming.
What is going on here?
Edward! Edward! Where are you?
I'm on my way. I can hear you. Hold on. I'm almost there.
Edward, please! Hurry!
I'm coming, Betty.
What's going on?
Edward!
I'm almost there. Stay put, Betty. I'm coming for you. Just stay put.
How could he hear her?
Betty?
Hurry! Oh, Edward, hurry!
I'm coming.
Edward, is that you? I'm in here.
Thank God. Thank God.
I wouldn't say thank God yet, buddy. I don't know what's about to happen, but I don't think that this does feel like a trap.
Elizabeth. There you are. You have no idea. You had me so worried. I Look. Your brooch. Mother's brooch.
Fuck is
You
happening?
must have lost it at the mine. Let me put it on for you, Betty. I wouldn't want you to lose it again.
The fuck is happening? What the fuck?
She's been dead for 30 years, Edward.
Oh,
Elizabeth was never here. But we didn't come for her. We came for Johann, and Anna, and Frederick, and Simon,
what?
and Ruth.
Okay.
We're here to tell their stories.
No. Elizabeth. She's here.
You know Betty died when she was a baby. She drowned in the pond. And you found her. You were just 11. You carried her to your mother. And your mother,
She hated you for that.
she could never forgive you for bringing her baby to her. And you could never forgive yourself for what she did after. You always forget this. Because you don't want to be alone. So you bring Betty back. Again and again. To New York. To Boston. To the house. But always just out of reach. Never quite there. The scent of her. The echo of her. But never really her. And all it does is make you lonelier. But the thing is, Edward, you're never alone.
You have us.
And you'll always have us. Betty's... She was never there for you. She couldn't be. You can't lose us. We're a part of you.
Forever. And ever. And ever.
That's
But
fucking
you want to
terrifying.
let Betty go now. There's not room for all of us in there.
I couldn't
Who the
save you,
fuck
Elizabeth.
is
I'm
in the
so sorry.
photograph? What? Okay. Okay. There we go. Not
It is as
actually.
painful to wake from a vision as it is to be born anew.
Still questions. Still have questions.
Goodbye, Betty.
It really just kind of does look like he just grabbed a bunch of random shit and put it together on a mannequin and said, "This is my dead sister's things," but I still have so many questions about the town itself. The fact that we're still in an abandoned town where everybody apparently killed each other. We gonna talk about that? There's this. That. There's that.
Had your noodle juice yet?
I might be weaned off this stuff.
Boo. Don't lose your taste for tea, old fruit. It keeps you human. We have unfinished business.
We do?
The final piece of the puzzle.
Ruth.
Come on. Let's go back to where it started. We have an appointment with a ghost.
Alright. Well, not sure what's about to happen here, but we're gonna follow this to the end.
Such an amazing view, isn't it? And the air. Ugh. Boy, that sure is something. Why did we come here, Teddy?
To Grovik. Well, the letter to Frederick.
The one you found in his safe. From Boston.
I may have overheard a conversation somewhere, paid it no attention, but the name stuck. And Betty... And I spun a story around it that put us on
Yeah,
this
it's
path.
definitely an
Do you
interesting
really
game.
believe that?
Definitely weirder than I thought it was going to be, too.
How often are you around people?
Then again, as soon as I saw the name, it kind of...
Some places have gravity.
What are you saying? Gravewick's gravity pulled us across the Atlantic Ocean?
Grovik. No, I'm not saying that. That's irrational.
But you believe it, don't you? That we were summoned to tell their story.
find my sister.
But Betty's not. She was never here. It doesn't make sense.
I'm a man of science. I don't know what to believe.
And yet, here we are. All three of us.
Is this what you wanted to show me?
I wanted to be close to her. Do you believe in ghosts, Edward?
You know I don't.
Well, you've been chasing one for years.
That's different.
What about me? Us.
You're not ghosts, you're alive.
Fair enough. So what really happened?
But what? Still.
I believe it was an accident.
How? What happened?
Your guess is as good as mine.
All right, she ran from the mine and came here. And then... was she afraid? What made her run?
Something spooked her.
And she panicked. So she ran here. Why not home? She couldn't go home. Or she didn't want to. She felt safe here. This was her happy place. And then... if only Ruth had wings, like an angel, she could have flown straight to heaven. I hope she's at peace. And with God. Do you think that's where everyone's gone?
Heaven? They're dead. I don't know what that means. Maybe there is more. I can't stop you from hoping. You'll never know what happened to everyone in Grovik.
We tried our best. We'll remember them. All of them. Maybe that will give them some peace in the afterlife. Could this be your book, Edward? The one you've been wanting to write? A story about people who are isolated, left behind by the world. You can give them all a proper ending, with no annoying loose threads. Edward, is that...
A boat? But how?
Who cares? Let's catch it before it sets out on another adventure.
I don't understand how this can be.
Draugen got tired of sailing around in it and brought it back to us.
It must have been the wind.
Whatever helps you sleep at night, Teddy Bear. Let's blouse while the weather's still good.
I need my suitcase.
So get a wiggle on, old boy. I'm going to say my goodbyes to all the things. I don't think we'll be back. Meet you at the house.
My goodness.
Still don't know what she is.
Righty-ho. No rush. We have all day.
Still don't know what happened. Hmm.
Come on, Teddy. Pack Pack your things. I'll meet you by the boat.
Do you never sit still?
Don't be a wet blanket. Let's make like the wind and get out of here.
Nothing's changed.
Come on, let's go. Row, Teddy, row. The water's still cold.
It's a fjord, Lissy, and it's almost winter.
There'll be snow when we get back to Hanover.
The house will be warm.
Are we going to be all right, Edward?
I think so.
I'm not sure what's going on either, so... And I played through the whole game. The one thing that I did get is that he was processing his trauma by searching for his sister, except his sister died when she was a baby. And his sister drowned when she was a baby in the pond. He then, as a child, took his baby sister's corpse to his mother, who was so off-put by it that she hated him and killed herself, which caused his father to kill himself. And his way of coping with that was believing that his sister Betty had become this incredibly successful journalist in New York City and had gone off on some adventure and needed to be saved. But I don't know what Alice is, or the entity, and I don't really know what happened in Grovik. Basically, something. We still don't really know what divided these two twin brothers who owned a mine together, and then one of them, like, something divided them. It, like, baked into the town, and it put townsfolk against townsfolk. That brought the animosity to a point that when one of them, their child died by accident or by murder, we don't know. It was assumed that it was murder, and then they killed the other brother's child by drowning him. And then just started killing each other, I guess? I don't know. There's a lot of gigantic question marks that I have with this. Wow. This is bizarre. And then there's actually quite a few reviews here that are not so favorable for this game. Yeah, it was good and odd at the same time, and I don't know that I necessarily agree with some of these views, even just their headlines. I think some of these people missed the point. Like undermining a mystery. The mystery wasn't the point. It was Edward. Edward was the point. And him coming to terms with his trauma. And I think it's a mistake in some of their reviews again to then say it's mental illness, because I don't think it is mental illness. Dissociative identity disorder and schizophrenia. I don't think it's schizophrenia. I think this is, yeah, this first comment. It's him trying to cope with his guilt. This is... Oh, and he started humming. Yeah, I did see that actually before I jumped into the game, something that there was a potential sequel. Edward and Alice will return. I still don't know what Alice is, though. I also can't seem to exit out of the screen. Pressing buttons, but... Okay. They keep humming to each other. How do I end this? Oh, like that, I guess? I don't know why the action button didn't work there, but it didn't. And we're back. All right. Wow, that was something. That was a game that was bizarre and interesting. Like I expected almost from Tornquist. He's definitely that sort. Somehow this doesn't seem at all out of the norm at all. Like doesn't surprise me in the least. So, but like, weird. I also didn't expect to finish it in one day. So we had all that discussion in the Discord. What game should I play? What game should I play? And I was like, oh, well, Draugen. It'll take at least a couple of days. Nah, it took one session, 3 hours, and then we're done. Huh. Yeah, I don't know what to make of this. It's a bunch of different interpretations that you can have of Alice and the entity and what they are, and then Gravik, what happened, what actually happened in Gravik. But I think again, all those people online were missing the point. What happened in Gravik was not important. It was Edward. I don't know, and if Edward and Alice will return, I don't know if that's a um, you know thing that this was being the intro to the series needed to be like a introduce you to the character kind of thing, but maybe it was, and maybe that's why it had to happen in the way that it did. Huh. Interesting. But yeah, there we are. Draugen. That's it. That was the game. That's it. Not much more to it, I guess. Huh. Well, I guess that's all for me tonight. Um, as usual, thank you so much for coming. Thanks for sticking with me through this very interesting journey. Unfortunately, it's not midnight yet. So can't say that this was the true opening to October, but it's basically the end of the day on September 30th. We're going to call it October. All right, we're just going to call it October -1, October 0. And so we can kind of say that this kicks off October spooky streams-ish, spooky-ish streams. I don't know. Can't get too spooky on the stream. You saw how quickly I got unnerved by small things, but yeah, this was an odd one. This was an odd one. I guess we'll have to figure out what to play next week. Also, as usual, I plan on streaming next week again, Monday, Wednesday, I think, and we'll see what happens. Yeah, as usual, I announce all my streams on Twitter and Instagram. You can see the social media over there. Oh yeah, CJ, welcome to the end of the stream. I'm gonna be honest though, CJ. This is gonna be one that you wanna watch if you haven't already seen it. If you haven't already, unless you want to play it, I would say this is a game that can be absolutely experienced. It was a weird stream, that's for sure. It was an odd one, very odd one. I need to tweak more of my stream settings. I think my bit rate's been bouncing all over the place, so I think something's still not quite right. But yeah, no, Draugen's a very heavy game, a very deep sort of game. So yeah, definitely an odd one. Okay, so yeah, as usual, I announce all my streams on my Twitter and my Instagram. You can check those out down here. BOSTrophyWife on both. I've also got a link to my Discord just right there. Feel free to join the Discord if you haven't already. We talk about what games we're going to play next, decide what games we're going to play next in some cases, like today, and probably like next week. Probably going to pick from one of the two that we haven't touched yet. So it's either going to be Control or the Council. So keep an eye out for that. Plan on streaming again next Monday and Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time as usual. Feel free to drop by. It'd be great. Thanks for stopping by and thanks for following, of course. Until then, have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you next Monday. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy, and if you meet anyone named Alice, just be a little extra observant as to how they talk and what they're doing and whether they are non-corporeal entities. Just saying. So, have a great night, everybody. Sleep well, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye. Mwah.